Civil Peace is a short story by Nigerian author Chinua Achebe that is included in the Class 11 English curriculum in Nepal. The story is set in the aftermath of the Nigerian Civil War and follows the life of Jonathan NEPGURU, who considers himself fortunate to have survived the war with his wife and 3 of his 4 children. He treasures his still-working bicycle, which he had buried during the war to protect it from theft, and his home in NEPGURU, which, to his surprise, is still standing amidst the ruins. Jonathan quickly adapts to the post-war environment by starting a taxi service with his bicycle and opening a bar for soldiers. His family also contributes by selling food and picking fruit. Despite the coal mine where he worked before the war not reopening, Jonathan's resilience and hard work ensure his family's survival. The story takes a turn when Jonathan receives a reward of £20 for turning in rebel currency. That night, thieves demand £100 from him, but after realizing that no one will come to their aid, Jonathan gives them the £20 to ensure his family's safety. The next morning, he and his family return to their work, undeterred by the loss. Jonathan's philosophy, "Nothing puzzles God," reflects his ability to remain positive and focus on the present rather than dwelling on past misfortunes. The story highlights themes of resilience, hope, and the human capacity to adapt and rebuild in the face of adversity. Certainly. Let's delve deeper into the details of Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. Summary. Setting. The story is set in Nigeria shortly after the end of the Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970, which devastated the country. Protagonist, Jonathan NEPGURU, the main character, considers himself extremely lucky to have survived the war along with his wife, Maria, and 3 of his 4 children. Bicycle symbolism. Jonathan treasures his bicycle, which he had buried during the war to protect it from theft. It represents resilience and survival. Entrepreneurial spirit. Jonathan adapts to the post-war environment by starting a taxi service with his bicycle and opening a bar for soldiers. His family also contributes by selling food and picking fruit. Return to NEPGURU. Jonathan returns to the city of NEPGURU, where his family lived before the war. Surprisingly, their small house is still intact despite the destruction throughout the city. Thieves and Civil Peace. Jonathan receives a reward for turning in rebel currency. However, thieves demand money from him. In a twist of irony, they claim that this is now the civil peace. Jonathan gives them the reward money to ensure his family's safety. Resilience and faith. Jonathan's philosophy, "Nothing puzzles God," reflects his ability to remain positive and focus on the present rather than dwelling on past misfortunes. Themes. 1. Resilience and adaptation. The story highlights how Jonathan and his family adapt to the challenging post-war circumstances. Despite losses, they find ways to survive and rebuild. 2. Material versus human value. Jonathan's priorities emphasize survival and family over material possessions. His willingness to give up the bicycle for honorable purposes underscores this theme. 3. Irony of Civil Peace. The title is ironic because Jonathan faces threats even after the war ends. The thieves' actions reveal the harsh reality of the so-called civil peace. Key quotes. Jonathan's belief, "Nothing puzzles God." The leader of the thieves, "This is now the civil peace." Chinua Achebe masterfully portrays the resilience of ordinary people in the aftermath of war, emphasizing their ability to find hope and meaning even amidst adversity.